Hi there, welcome to my channel. We are going to do another drawing from the Awesome deck today. I'm going to ask the Awesome deck to tell us what card will appear according to what I'm going to search for on YouTube. And then we will do the search on YouTube, watch the video, and see if the card predicted the truth. As you may be able to see in the background, it is a 50-50 score at the moment. However, we have less than a 50% chance of actually drawing our card, depending on how many people play in the hand, etc. But at best, we are trying to get one card out of the five cards in the middle for a hand of Texas Hold'em, the community cards, and the whole cards held by the players who actually choose to play the hand. That is where I am looking for the card that we draw to show up. So, without further ado, I am going to speak to the deck. Awesome deck, please show us one card that will appear in play in the first video, in the first poker hand on the first video that shows up when we search for September poker on YouTube. What is one card that will be in play in the video we find on YouTube, first poker hand, first poker video, when we search for September poker? Please show us the card. Ooh, Ace of Opportunity we are going to look for. Is the slogan that I use, the fortune I use here, is that fortune knocks at every door once, and it comes in writing. I consider playing cards to be a form of writing. They are paper or plastic, depending on what brand you buy. But let's go ahead and run our search here. September poker. First video with poker hands in it. How did I end up? I'm not on the Triton poker page. It just looks like I am. Okay. Something that I'm not convinced that has poker hands in it. Here we go. Let's do this one. First hand on the video.
I ordered 200 handfuls.
Are we going to find the Ace of Diamonds, the Ace of Opportunity? What do you think? Is it going to show up? As I said, 50-50 so far on whether or not this has come right. I'm sorry. I am delaying on skipping for no particular reason other than I was covering up.
We all thought it would happen again. That a woman would make the main event final table. We just didn't know who would do it, or when she would do it, or how she would do it.
I don't know if you saw it, but
Leo
man,
gave us all the answers.
Oh,
certainly
man.
was
67 million out there.
opportunity of a
In
lifetime.
prayer is Veloso with ace king here. Marchette's with the hooks.
She was amazing.
Oh, it is the third club. Fourth for Marchette's.
Oh, sorry. I guess this counts as the first hand. Whoop! And did you see it there? I'm sorry for delaying. I was waiting for a different kind of breakdown. It's not the video I was expecting here, and it just kind of threw us straight into the action. But that was the first hand shown, and where did it go? Move up a little. If you look, it was, she had, sorry, I'm a little challenged here with my computer. I apologize, all of you watching, as I try to get computer in the right spot. Oh, it was there. Did you see it? It's the Ace of Diamonds.
Here,
And
Marchette's with the hooks.
There it is. Okay. Ace of Diamonds, King of Hearts. That is the Ace of Diamonds and King of Diplomacy that Leo Marchette's was playing I'm sorry, she had the jacks. No, she had the ace king. She didn't make it to the end, and I can't remember exactly which hand she lost with. But taking a deep breath to try and regain some eloquence for anyone who has watched this far. Point being, we did find the card we were looking for, where we asked the deck to show it to us. So, but let's do a little more. Normally I will be watching a video with more play-by-play, and I'll try and make some additional predictions for you. But really all we have left to predict here is the river card. And as you may have guessed, if you've watched this far, I did watch these hands, so it's when they were happening live a couple of months ago. So this isn't really a great time for me to do any predictions of value. However, I will give you a few insights. Nonetheless, she had opportunity and diplomacy. And when I see those cards, sometimes I think the most diplomatic thing to do is to raise or to act strong. But in my opinion, diplomacy, the King of Hearts, is more of a reserved state of mind, a little bit of caution, but willing to move forward when needed. So sometimes I find it to be a sign to reserve my action, act with a little more caution than I might think, and other times I see it as the time to make a move, because it is the time to make a move according to the logical rules, according to the diplomatic rules of action. Sometimes it's the time to make a move. So this one is much harder for me to tell you, unless I'm the actual player, how I would play that hand, because intuition is the deciding factor, and it plays in with logic. And this is one of those hands where most of the time the tarot meaning and what you might be recommended to do GTO-wise are going to agree. And therefore, she's all in. However, she is up against confusion and respect. So sometimes those cards mean, say she went all in first. Again, we didn't get to recap the action. I don't remember exactly. But if Ace King went all in and I'm holding these cards, I'm going to be thinking, am I confused if I call, even though that's the logical thing to do? Should I respect their strong action? Or are they confused with this strong action and they're going to respect me because I called? Again, a more ambiguous hand from a tarot meaning perspective, and I'm generally going to follow the logical course of action with those cards, unless I have a very strong intuitive feeling pushing me the other direction. So on the flop, we get assertiveness, initiative, and clean slate. So whoever first asserted themselves, took the initiative to assert themselves first, is probably at risk of a clean slate. Oops. Clean slate meaning no more chips left. The end. Time to start over. Oh, I'm so irritated that we just lost that screen. Trying so hard to get it back. Let's see if we can get it back here. I think we will here in a second. So, what will happen after these cards? Yay, now we're back on the flop. Anyways, if I was not yet all in, and clean slate, the 9 of spades, is one of the cards that I am tracking in some of my other experiments, because I feel it is most likely to coincide with an all-in situation. It is showing up in an all-in situation right now. But if I was not yet all in, and got these cards, these are ones that might make me second guess myself, because as I was just saying, he or she who took the initiative to assert themselves might be facing a clean slate. So if I'm thinking about going all in right here, I sure hope I have a nearly invincible hand. Now, let's see what happens. So we had already seen the turn here a second ago. And it's the Three of Deceit. So someone might be deceiving themselves about the strength of their hand, or deceiving the other player with their actions. But in this case, the River card is the Two of Clubs, the Two of Potential, and she stays in because she flopped a pair of aces and the jacks are done. So I think that's enough rambling for today. The main point of me going live is so that you can see me doing this in an organic manner, and hopefully from this cockamamie setup you at least know that I'm not faking this. I am really drawing these cards, doing the search, and trying to prove whether or not the cards actually can predict the truth. Are they going to tell us the truth? How much can we learn from them, etc. So if you enjoyed this video, please do press the like and subscribe button. When I get a few more followers, and or when my schedule evens out a bit, I may post a schedule, but for now I will just be posting on my Twitter and Facebook accounts that I am going to go live soon, often only about 15 minutes before I go live, and hopefully some of you will be there and come join me. If not, hopefully you will find it afterwards and find this test to be valuable information. I'm going to keep doing it because I do believe it is very valuable information, and I will, when I have time, share some more videos about some of my other tests that I am running and research that I am collecting to tell the truth about tarot with playing cards and tarot in general. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching, and have an awesome day.